And so it continues. I have made a countless amount of videos on the Parlo and Nyvalk situation. At this point it's never ending. We also have 077 and Gwamgo involved in this. This whole drama can be summarized as two sides that keep exposing and debunking each other. It creates a stalemate because every claim can be countered. Neither side can fully convince everyone, and the more back and forth there is the harder it becomes to tell what's true. In the end fans just pick the side they already support. I now consider all of them clowns. But anyways, let's talk about Gwamgo's video and Nyvalk's video on Gwamgo. First thing is Nyvalk's video on Gwamgo. So Nyvalk claims that Gwamgo is a doxer and that Gwamgo has been mean to him and racist. Gwamgo leaked some of Nyvalk's friends' information.
Next, let's discuss doxing. First of all, Gwamgo leaked Point Doge's full name on Twitter, which is doxing by law, and then he went in his little schlep game with Parlo and leaked my friend's Nat's full name to a bunch of UTTP members who were in the game. He did this multiple times. Once again, this classifies as doxing, and what Gwamgo did was absolutely disgusting. He's a literal criminal.
I checked Gwamgo's Twitter to verify if he did leak Bonkido's real name, and he did. So that makes Gwamgo a doxer. So after that, Nyvalk mentions that Gwamgo's manager is a well-known doxer and that Gwamgo sent NSFW messages to an 11-year-old. Moving on to Gwamgo's recent video. His video is mostly on 77. It includes a lot of interesting info. Gwamgo starts of his video claiming that 77 uses AI to write his documents. To be honest, I don't think this is something important. I'd also like to add that Gwamgo is trying to dismiss everything by saying it's just AI instead of debunking the document. Also, AI doesn't create fake evidence, instead it processes what it's given and what is out there on the internet. Gwamgo says that 77 has said the N-word and that he's not black, but Nyvalk would say that 77 is black. Moving on to Gwamgo's response to the Dupe situation. Here's the problem with the Dupe situation. Both sides have screenshots that contradict each other's claim. In Gwamgo video he shows screenshots of Parlo asking for consent and Dupe admitting that Parlo never sent NSFW related things, but in Nyvalk's video he shows a screenshot and Dupe says he's traumatized. The dates of the screenshots they provide are 1 month apart. Nyvalk's screenshot is in April of 2025 and Gwamgo's is in May of 2025. So this could mean two things. 1, the screenshots are fake, or 2, Dupe lied in one of the messages. I'd like to point out one thing that Dupe says in Gwamgo's screenshot. I've been trying to stay out of the drama as much as possible. It's possible that Dupe only said that Parlo didn't do anything just to avoid any further drama. Gwamgo claims 77 and 0 are just using AI without fact-checking. But here's the problem, we don't actually know how they're using it. Are they using ChatGPT to organize their scripts and explain things more clearly, or are they making fake claims? Based on the screenshots Gwamgo showed, they're using it to summarize information. Just because it's AI doesn't mean it's automatically fake, although it is kinda lazy. Next up is 77 behavior. So 77 was emotionally grooming Dupe by isolating him and kept controlling what he would say, making it look like Parlo is a groomer. Next thing is the group chat. So 77 archived a group chat where vile content was sent. To be fair, we don't know why 77 wanted to archive the group chat. Was it for information on others or just because he wanted to? Now, because of this group chat, Dupe could have been exposed to Sam. To be fair, this is concerning, and the same could be said about a similar situation. Gwamgo mentions that 77 has mocked him because of September 22nd, but I don't know anything about that situation, so I'm not going to talk about it. Moving on to Kirb. Now, I don't know much about the Kirb situation, so correct me if I'm wrong, but Gwamgo says that Kirb has trauma related to something to Parlo and he apologized. Did correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, 77 used Kirb's trauma to expose Parlo. I think 77 was trying to show Parlo's behavior, not to attack Kirb personally. Although I still think that 77 should have respected Kirb's wishes. Moving on to Blue. So 0 and 77 have defended Blue. Blue has said some concerning things that shouldn't be said and has doxed Parlo. So after Parlo's video on Nyvalk, 0 cut ties with Blue. That means that either he didn't know or it was for damage control. It could be both. It's clear that Blue is an awful person that no one should associate with or defend. Next up is Defender. I don't know much on Defender, so correct me if I'm wrong, but basically Defender is good at digging up information, sometimes helpful and sometimes crossing the line, so wouldn't that make him a doxer? Parlo and Gwamgo cut ties with Defender after they found out that Defender swatted Potamer and that they only associated themselves with Defender because he was feeding them information and the FBI formed Angle. 77 has also associated himself with Defender and a UTTP member, according to Gwamgo. So Defender and FPS are not good people, and neither Gwamgo Parlo 77 or 0 should be associated with them, even if it's for information. Working with someone like that puts you in a bad position regardless of your intentions. So after about 4 hours of editing and watching videos, I came to the conclusion that everyone involved in this situation is stupid and so desperate to expose each other to the point where they are ruining their reputation. I'd rather do my algebra homework than listen to one of them talk about this situation. I have now realized how emotionally stupid people can be on the internet.